Prepare for the ocean. Hey everybody. Let's get to it. So I ended up deleting my old game, which is okay, because I didn't really accomplish a lot. Also, it's not the spirit with which I play Subnautica. But let's dive back in. I really don't want to worry about food and water. I don't find the fun factor there. Also, my headcanon for this game is like, we have a magic fabricator that can make a laser gun out of 2 sparkly rocks and some seaweed. You're really telling me manufacturing nourishment and water is going to be a big hurdle for my technology? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Launch in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, seems fine. Yeah, that happens sometimes. No big deal. NBD. We meant for that to happen. Oh, a visit from the nap panel. Cool. Feature, not a bug. Who put all this fire over here? That's not where fire goes. I think it's kind of funny that if you put out the fire quickly, the dramatic music just stops.
You have suffered minor head trauma. This is considered an optimal outcome. This PDA has now rebooted in emergency mode with one directive
I know,
to keep you
PDA.
alive on an alien world. Please refer to the databank for detailed survival advice. Good luck.
Let's take these things and then drop them in the ocean. Because my descent from the flaming wreckage means that I no longer need food or water. I know at one point you listened to a voice message from a guy who was like, well, I opened the bottom of the panel and there were things moving around down there and I'm not getting out. I think that's a very reasonable
The Aurora
take.
suffered orbital hull failure. Cause unknown. 0 human life signs detected.
1 rock, please. Any rock for the new survivor. Hey, Becky. Good evening. So I played the game a little more and then decided to delete the old save game I was working from because I feel like I kind of learned how to play. So you were looking at a brand new Subnautica character, which matters very little, I think, since this game is mostly me swimming around and looking at pretty scenery. And searching for rocks. Which I'm struggling to find. Oh, there we go. Alien kelp forests might be one of my favorite early game aesthetics.
New blueprint acquired.
Okay, let's search for some minerals.
Life on this planet grows in unusually distinct and diverse ecological biomes. Further study recommended. Copper is an essential component of all powered equipment. Your probability of survival has just increased to unlikely.
Hey, Ren. Hope everybody had a good weekend and or holiday. I love the creep vine, but something about the way it undulates makes me do a double take and think I'm being attacked by some sort of tentacle monster pretty regularly. Wreckage, I don't know. Gotta get that scanner. Yeah, I played the game a little on my own. On my own, without streaming. Like a madman. Now I feel like I understand a little more about kind of the arc of progression. Which, again, isn't vital to me. But I started over. Just feeling like, well, I'd like to do the beginning part differently. Those exploding fish are kind of harrowing in the beginning, since I'm not fast enough to dodge them. Also, I don't know why they have to scream while they swim after you. I mean, they already explode. Tell that I think my favorite part of the early game is going to be base building. Really, this looks like a pretty cool area that my escape pod has, yeah, screaming combustion fish. It's a lot. My escape pod seems to be in kind of a pretty area, so I guess that's one of the random aspects of the game, is where your pod spawns. Hey! Hey, Wolfling, how are you? We all decided to pop on Twitch on Monday morning, huh? Monday evening. I just took a nap, so it's Monday morning to me. Keeping it damp. Soggy for life.
Sulfur deposits in the local cave systems. Sulfur is an essential component of the repair tool. Oxygen.
Oh, yeah. Ren, somebody has that on their resume. Well, you may know me as the screaming combustion fish from Subnautica. If you'd like a sample of my work, I have this recording. Uh-oh, I've made a terrible mistake.
Be advised, a common complication for cave divers is loss of orientation, followed by eventual asphyxiation.
Giant water doggo coming after me there. That's your part-time job? Do you mean voice acting or specifically being the combustion fish? Like all of those are live instances of that scream. They have a phone bank of people doing the combustion fish scream 24/7. Oh, well, that sounds like a good gig. I'll have to work on it before I apply. Yeah, feelings. I'd be proud of that too. That's important work. Frightening Subnautica players. Oh, jeez. I'm like, where am I? Well, I'm directly underneath my escape button. That's a bummer. That's a bummer, Wolfling. That's kind of like getting paid in exposure. I don't know. Getting paid in exposure, I don't know if that's sort of a common knowledge thing, but that's a thing that writers hate. Yeah, me too. I would also be set up. Oh yeah, it's still full of smoke and sparks in here. Oh, good point. Good point, feelings. Died of exposure. In the Yukon. What am I doing here? Need a survival knife, sure.
Weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
Don't feel like it would be too much to ask to fabricate a lightsaber, but okay. Solid Oregon Trail reference, Ren.
New blueprint acquired.
Did I already do the swim fins? No. Okay, well, swim fins will at least help me escape the combustion fish. So in a way, I've already won the game.
The fabricator draws from available data to provide environment-appropriate equipment, using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden.
Alright. It is powerfully hot in here. Hold on, I'm going to open a window. And we're back. Hopefully with a breeze. It's probably because my pod is still on fire. It's probably generating a lot of heat. Oh, nighttime, good. That'll help me find sulfur. I guess I do at least have an oxygen tank now. Need some acid mushrooms. Let's say 4. There's the noise I love. Okay, I heard the explosion fish. Where'd it go? Where are you, exploding friend?
Detecting increased local radiation levels. Trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core.
Yeah, Ren, I have very fond memories of Oregon Trail. I played it on the first computer I ever encountered, which was in an elementary school classroom in the 5th grade. It was pretty magical. Whoa! Did you see that? That combustion fish got stuck. Pretty sneaky. Pretty sneaky, exploding fish. No! Boy, these fish sure are exploding.
Silver-based wiring kits are an essential component of many habitat modules.
That was interesting. It almost seemed like I dodged it easier by staying still until it reached me. That's the kind of theory that isn't fun to test, though. Yeah. And I'm old enough to have gone through elementary school before the internet was a thing. So for us, you know, computers were just gray boxes where like we learned how to type a paragraph and then save it to a file. Which, you know, very exciting. And play Oregon Trail. That's what computers are for. Okay, lots of copper. I have 2 silver. Huh, I actually need more titanium. Which is an unusual situation. I kind of want to play that submarine game you mentioned, though. Kind of a sucker for submarine games. Ocean games in general. Partly because I am kind of afraid of the ocean. But in a way in which I can also love it. If that makes any sense. I guess it's part fear, part fascination. I think those two go together fairly often. Can I do the scanner? I just need a battery. Yeah. Yeah.
New blueprint acquired.
Yeah. Yeah, I find myself revisiting video games that I think these objectively are not good games, but they do remind me of simpler times that I want to revisit. Scanner, nice.
The scanner can be used to synthesize blueprints from salvage technology and to record alien biological data.
Okay, I really want the habitat builder, even though I just started the game. So if it'll let me, I think I'm going to try to do the habitat building stuff way early. So, battery, I can do that. Yeah, Becky. Wiring kit. And then, what was the other thing? A computer chip. Copper wire, gold, table coral. Okay. I'm surprised I already have gold. That's nice. And there's the copper. So I just need some table coral, and I made a knife, so we can go get it. I assume. Yeah. Clonk. Okay. Oh yeah, I should probably fix my survival pod, huh?
New blueprint acquired.
And there it is.
The Builder tool is designed to construct habitats capable of withstanding extreme environmental conditions.
Oh yes. I want to hear what video games you folks are nostalgic for. For me, definitely old point-and-click adventures, LucasArts stuff, you know, Monkey Island, Sam and Max Hit the Road, and then, you know, isometric RPGs like the old Fallout games and Baldur's Gate. A lot of hours in those games.
LifePod secondary systems online, running full environment diagnostic and outputting results to databank.
I often like to revisit a game called Dungeon Keeper 2, where you just get to essentially be the bad guy from a video game. Strategy game where you're building a dungeon and heroes try to come defeat you. But it had an amazing, like, dark god voice actor that was guiding you through the process. It's very atmospheric. Yeah, I own Dungeon Keeper, Becky. I'm tempted to do it on here sometime. Zoo Tycoon, yeah. I love all the strategy building and management. For some reason, is a lot more fun in a video game than it is in real life. Not entirely clear why. Let's listen to our radio message.
This is Aurora. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in
Okay, I will. Dungeon Keeper 2.
9.
Also, I mentioned to a friend a couple weeks ago how much I loved Dungeon Keeper 2, and he pointed out that that company who made it went out of business, but another company hired the same voice actor and did kind of a sequel to it recently, like 2016. So I just downloaded that, and it's a lot of fun.
This is LifePod 6. I have a passenger on board. Coordinates attached. We've landed a kilometer from the crash site, but there's radiation in between us and the rendezvous. Request immediate assistance. 6 out.
Signal coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to databank.
Well, LifePod 6, I don't have a great feeling about you. Alright, now I can start gathering blueprints, like this important swivel chair that will be the cornerstone to my base.
New blueprint acquired.
taught math while exploring the ocean. Cool. Sneaking some learning in there. I guess you did say it was an elementary school game, so gotta sneak the learning in. Oh, nothing. Oh, I like the music in this game. Wow, what is that? Is that gonna like boil me if I stand in it? Well, I want to go on a blueprint hunt. The Learning Company. Huh, cool. Well, one day soon, my son will be old enough for learning video games, and that'll be fun. It'll be fun to rediscover those with him. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Glass, titanium, and then the tank I already have. And silver. Okay. Alright. Yeah. I think I need to make the better... Yeah. I'm gonna focus on making the better oxygen tank. Because I have some idea of where some scrap is to get more blueprints, but... really gonna need that better oxygen tank. So I need glass. At some point, my mission here is definitely going to be to catalog every life form on the planet. Not yet, though. Need a cool science base. It's vital. Love these guys. The only learning video game I remember playing taught you to type. My memory of it is fuzzy. I really didn't want to do typing class. And I think a teacher pressured me into it. At the time, it wasn't required. Which is hilarious. But thankfully, somebody convinced me to learn how to type. Which, wow. Wow, I'm glad they did.
New blueprint acquired.
Zumbinis, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, how hard would it be to make them compatible with modern operating systems? These can't be terribly big programs. It's probably a rights issue. Somebody just needs to buy all the rights.
New blueprint acquired. New blueprint acquired.
Okay, that beacon is vital. Especially since I want to do base building. Otherwise, you drop your base somewhere in the ocean, and it's real hard to find again.
New blueprint acquired.
Drop, drop, drop. I don't want flares. I don't want food bars. I do want another grapevine leaf. Yeah, that's true, Becky. Yeah. Yeah, once chatting became like a vital... I kind of forgot about that aspect of it. Once chatting became a vital aspect of socialization, then yeah, that's definitely why I got good at typing. That, and I got, you know, progressively more and more into writing. And I'm dyslexic and have terrible handwriting and never learned to hold my pencil correctly, so lots of reasons I prefer typing to handwriting. Not this time. Oh, I spoke too soon.
Seconds.
All right, air. Yeah, I've always loved language too. I've always had trouble with spelling. Partly the dyslexia, partly it just doesn't click for me. But it so rarely comes up. I was a literature teacher at a university for a while though, and so I was a little self-conscious sometimes writing on the board, but I kind of, you know, made a joke about it. I do remember students asking me if I counted for spelling on papers, and I had to kind of say, well, no, but I will say if you misspell something so badly that I catch it, you've really misspelled it. Jeez, I remember like an honors English class that a professor, we were taking like a written exam, and a professor stopped and asked me why I held my pencil like that and tried to like talk to me about it. It's like, look, man, I've been holding the pencil like this for 20 years. You're not going to fix it. Also, I started holding my pencil weird because I cared more about drawing than writing at the time. and maybe I was a little bit contrary to. Thought I picked up some silver ore. No, huh? Okay. Let's see. Need 2 glass. What else was it? Titanium, 2 glass. Alright, so all I need is 1 silver ore. I don't know that yet. Well, I mean, yeah, and I taught ideas classes, right? It would just be weird and nitpicky for me to be like, haha, I'm docking you points. That's the wrong form of 2. I would always mark that stuff just as a learning thing, but yeah.
Caution.
Wasn't what I was interested in.
Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may result in a quantum detonation. Continuing to monitor.
Well, well, well. What is this? Oh, hello, giant sea monster.
30 seconds.
I'm gonna come visit you. Yeah, I mean, I have legible handwriting. I just, yeah. I learned to hold my pencil strangely. I'm not super interested in trying to change that. Tell me your secrets, Reefback.
Short-range scans suggest this biome supports extensive biodiversity and connects to a number of small cave networks.
I know there's silver down here. But I also don't have a very good oxygen tank. So here we are. Yeah, Ren, my problem is when I misspell a word so badly, autocorrect is just like, can't help you, man. You have to get closer to bioluminescent for me to even know what you mean. Yeah, you can get very philosophical about that, Becky. I don't know, in the classes I taught, at least in literature and rhetoric, it was more that we were studying how to argue more than how to write, so I wasn't going to stop and care overly much about grammar and spelling. Also, I think if you get too precious about the rules of writing, you start to miss the point of what writing is for, which is communication. And communicating effectively doesn't necessarily need an incredible amount of standardization.
30 seconds.
What do I need? I have silver. I think that was all I needed for my better oxygen tanks. I have some lore questions about this game. Like, at least at this phase, I seem to be the only human being alive on the world. So when I hover over an object, like that creep vine, and it has a name, am I to assume that I'm naming these things? If so, I feel like creep vine is a little judgmental. Wow, cool, Ren. Okay. So I should get my fancier tank now. Yeah. Let's see. Got that, got that. Okay. I think it's time to take a potentially dangerous field trip to an island I saw in an earlier playthrough where I know I can get a bunch of components for the base I want to build. I'm gonna leave a bunch of my stuff here in case something eats me. Very dramatic game. I suppose I haven't gone out the upper hatch yet. Alright, I think I need to just swim at this cloud. Just kind of a funny sentence. But that's where we are. Yeah, Ren, that's what I was thinking. Like I'm hovering over these objects and they all have words, names in my language. I must be assigning these names as I go. Which I suppose you certainly would if you were alone on a planet. I think that's kind of human nature to name everything, right? Well, it feels right, Becky, so we can go with that for now. We can go with that forever. I think one of the cool things about a video game like this is that, I don't know, it engages you in telling a story to yourself, about yourself. So, I mean, an isolated survival game like this, how do you not inject your own story and personality into the character, right? There it is. Whew! See, if I missed this random island, I would swim out of bounds, which seems to be when something just eats me automatically. So I'm glad that didn't happen. Because there's a reason I don't play horror games. It's because they work on me.
Picking up multiple energy signatures on the island's surface.
Yeah, I saw those pillars load in. I'm not sure what those are for. I've only been on this island once before, and not for very long. And in terms of the narrative, I have no business at all being here now. Because I essentially just swam in a random direction. But I found this island before, and it had a lot of scannable stuff for a base. So since I want to start base building earlier than I'm probably supposed to, I wanted to come here and see what I could get. Yeah, see? Like, there's stuff to scan up there. It does raise questions, though, relevant to our conversation, which is that there are like ruins of old bases that are clearly part of the technology of whatever species I am. I guess I'm supposed to be human, future human. So somebody was stuck here before? I don't know. I have not progressed the story very far, so I'm sort of looking forward to doing that. But I don't want to live in an escape pod. I don't want that for my character, so gotta do some building first. Yeah, see, like, even the spotlight I can scan. Oh yeah, I watch people play horror games. That was honestly part of how I thought, I'm gonna try Switch, is I liked watching people play horror games on Twitch. And I liked GDQ, you know, the speed running channel, the events for charity. So there are plot relevant clues here, and I think I'm just gonna leave them here because at some point I'm sure the story will give me a reason to come here, but it hasn't done that yet. And I kind of don't want to break continuity. Since I'm being contrary and playing the game in my own way.
New blueprint acquired.
I feel good tonight. How do you guys feel? I just took a long nap.
Congratulations, survivor. You have exceeded your weekly exercise quotient by 500%.
Took a long nap and
swimming was your favorite activity. Be sure to vary your routine for uniform muscle development.
Don't want to interrupt my computer mom. Took a long nap and woke up to a friend texting me to say that they were coming to leave dinner on my porch out of the blue, which was very nice of them. They just made me a bunch of chicken soup. And I said, to what do I owe this? And they just kind of said, I'm real sick of quarantine, and I'm feeling mushy about my friends. So how sweet is that? So I had surprise homemade soup for dinner.
New blueprint acquired.
Lazy time, yay! Yeah, I was awfully touched. Wall planter, cool.
New blueprint acquired.
Yeah, they are a very nice friend. They're the sort that thinks of things like that. Hi, Crab. Thanks for the face bite.
New blueprint acquired.
I'm gonna take some plant samples now that I'm getting all of these planter blueprints. Okay. I think that's enough. I think that's enough to get from the island right now. Yeah. This place feels too dangerous. I think I don't want to be greedy. I'm gonna swim back to the safe shallows. Yeah, Ren, that's very much what I'm into. Ooh, fall damage, not good. I don't think there are any dinosaurs that are going to run out of the bushes in this game, but you just never know. I love the eerie glow in these trees. These trees have their own mood lighting. Okay, so I assume if I just swim in a straight line back to my escape pod, my chances of being eaten are minimal, he says confidently while saving the game. Yeah, let's just save real quick. That was a lot of swimming. Cranberry hard cider sounds amazing. Alright, we all have good stuff going on. Nice. I usually have hard cider in the house, but I don't think I do right now, or I would join you. Although I'm not completely clear on all of Twitch's rules. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to drink on stream. Good point. Well, I mean, I am drinking something out of a mason jar. Something perhaps related to what you're drinking. I always like the label. I always like the label art on Angry Orchard. Yeah, I need to build a base, if only because I need more storage. Alright, well, let's see. I have a multi-purpose room now. I have the habitat builder. I don't think there's anything stopping me from starting on a base now. Copper, gold, and quartz.
Local radiation readings suggest the Aurora's drive core has reached critical state. Quantum detonation will occur within 2 hours.
Copper, gold, and quartz, I think, are all I need for solar panels. So really what I would need is to pick up more titanium. $1911. I don't think I've heard of that. Hard cider is, it's one of those things where I'm like, how hard is this to make? Is this something that I should learn to make? I wonder if you can do small batches at home. Anytime you're just fermenting fruit sugars like that, it seems like it shouldn't be too tough. Although I'm sure it's more complicated than I'm imagining. I mean, it's not complicated to ferment sugar into alcohol. It does get complicated when you want it to, you know, taste good. Alright, I have some glass, I have some quartz. Yeah. Yeah, I'll keep my eye out for it, Ren. I've really kept all of my shopping to a minimum for the last year or so. But assuming they're still open, there are some really good small like sort of fancy beer and cider stores not too far from me. So they might actually have something from a small brewery. We'll see. But I get my second vaccine shot on Friday. Oh, I'm so looking forward to that. I think you're technically supposed to wait a couple weeks after your second vaccination shot before you consider yourself vaccinated, but yeah, I'm excited. Plus, I'm friends with a bunch of teachers and nurses who have been vaccinated for a while, so I've been a little bit jealous seeing them get together. So it'll be nice to join that. Also, I mean, I was chatting with Leslie, and, you know, we figured out that we haven't been to a restaurant since October 2019, before our son was born, because we had a baby, and so we were in, oh no, how do we take care of this newborn? Who let us have a baby? This is crazy mode. And then the pandemic happened. So yeah, I haven't been to a restaurant since October 2019. Also, I missed the gym. I really like to go to the gym. And so that's a place I feel like I can finally return to once I'm vaccinated. Yeah, it's going to be kind of a strange learning curve to figure out how to get back to normal. Yeah, well, I mean, we had the baby, and I mean, so life stopped being normal completely, and then when the pandemic got stacked on top of that, we were already not in normal life mode. But what bummed us out is we have some other friends with new babies, and so kind of our plan was, well, you know, we don't really know what we're doing, but hey, at least we can figure it out with our friends. We can all get together and toss the babies in a pile and have some support for one another. And so the real tough part of the pandemic for us was it was like, all right, well, now no babysitters, no friend get-togethers. Yeah. I have been away from my son exactly twice in the year and a half he's been alive, so I'm just so looking forward to being able to hire a babysitter and leave the house. That'll be nice. Okay. Yeah. I was already kind of a hugger. Kind of a, you know. Yeah. You know me. I'm sort of a warm and fuzzy person, so it'll be nice to be able to, like, hug my friends again. I kind of like this area for a base. There isn't a lot of, like, spaceship trash, and it overlooks like this cliff area. Let me see what's over here. Yeah, okay. So this is the sort of like red seaweed bed that goes on and continues to drop down into like a mushroom forest, I believe. So yeah, this might be a good base spot. So that's too shallow. I mean, I couldn't do it on top of that thing. But I could do it down here. Start with one of these platforms, and then it strengthens it. Yeah, let's see what that looks like. Okay. looks pretty good. This is interesting. So I can't center it on the platform. Yeah, but that's okay. Sometimes I very much forget that I'm supposed to continue to breathe while doing this stuff.
It may be prudent to separate work and leisure spaces to maximize productivity. Treat this space as your home, but never forget that it is not.
Wow. A little bit creepy, their computer voice. But I get what you're saying. Don't know precisely how big this thing's gonna be. I think it will have at least 4 rooms. Right now, I just need it to have a bunch of storage space.
Power restored. All primary systems
Alright,
online.
maybe I shouldn't get too picky about this, but
Warning.
I'm gonna be
Emergency
particular
power only.
about my base. Alright,
Oxygen.
I probably want a lot of solar panels, so... Oh yeah, I'm drowning. It's important not to do that. A safety tip. Okay. I wonder if I'm pushing this too far to have 2 rooms already. Probably. Well, first things first. Let's make a way to get in the base. Good point, Ren. I mean, honestly, that's what attracts me to base building. It's like, this world is pretty, but yeah, I'm very aware that I'm sort of lost and isolated on an alien world, so this is the small thing I can do to sort of make it my own. Also, windows are important. Hull strength 7.8. Do I have a baseline of what is good and bad for hull strength? No, I do not. But we're going to risk another window. 6.8. I mean... Uh-oh.
Emergency. A quantum detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The reactor will reach a supercritical state in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Too true, Becky.
3, 2.
Huh, that's probably not great. Oh yeah.
New blueprint acquired. For your convenience, the radiation suit has been added to your blueprint database.
Well, thank you. I feel like you could have done that a little earlier.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Captain. Well, my. Okay. Yes, already better than my escape pod. Yeah, for your convenience, radiation suit added. Like, we've already established that the computer voice said there was a chance of meltdown. I feel like they might have added it before now. Just saying. Don't want to be picky. Alright. Something green and growing always makes things more homey. Ooh, can't wait to do the fish tank too. Okay. I seem to be out of titanium, which is rather important to all of these things. Bulkhead, I'm gonna need that. Spotlight, that seems fun. Wall-mounted foliage purely for decoration. Don't mind if I do. Vending machine, that's kind of funny. Wonder if it takes, like, quarters.
Distress call, laying back.
This is LifePod 3, uploading our coordinates. We're plugging some holes in our emergency sea glide, so if we're late for the rendezvous, don't panic. Also, don't go home without us. Seriously. 3 out.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Oh, that's right. I had another one of those, didn't I? Okay. We should probably check the escape pods. If only because I kind of want to stay up on the story. Where's that one? I thought I got 2 messages. No? I get the feeling that all of these other escape pods I'm going to receive these automated messages from aren't doing so hot. Which I guess makes sense. This place is kind of terrifying. I heard you swim slightly faster if you swim on top of the water, so at least until you make the sea glide. Ooh, sunrise. I think if I made this game, I'd give you a pruny meter that doesn't do anything. It just, lets you know how pruny you are from being in the water all the time. Yeah. Yeah, it does. And then the added sort of bittersweet note of the feeling of I probably could have saved these people because my character seems to be way more at home here than everybody else was.
Integrating new PDA data. New blueprint acquired.
Compass, cool. Hey, I was gonna take that. Where'd you go, fishy? I think it's so great that some of the fish like to play with the debris. Hey!
New blueprint acquired.
Okay. Definitely need to make the sea glide. Is there anything else around here? Yeah, I mean, I imagine the pruny meter would just be in like the red, most extreme pruny readout at all times, but I think it should be on the screen. This is vital information. I've been in an alien ocean for 3 full days. How pruny are we talking about? The pruny meter would answer that question. Maybe there's a cheat code that unlocks it or something. Maybe I can download a mod. Maybe I can kickstart a pruny mod, yes.
New blueprint acquired.
I love the very fancy noise they gave gold. Yeah, come on, modders. How do I even play this game if I don't know how pruny I am? The first time I was playing this, I didn't realize that I needed to look in these crates for scannables. kind of important. Remember these fish were really scary when I first started playing, and now I like will swim up to them and take debris from them. Like, I wanted that. I mean, they absolutely will bite me, but relative to other things that will bite me in this game, they're kind of not a worry. See, right there was a music transition. And I know the different regions have their own music, but I feel like there are other triggers that change the music as well. And I would really like to see an interview with the developers about... I don't know, there's a lot that I need to just search for that on YouTube. Because I know this game was in early access for a very long time. Because I played it a little bit right when it came out, in very, very early access, when it was clear it wasn't a complete game. And I thought, that was cool, I'll check back on that. And then, 5 years passed, and I'm finally doing it. Yeah, Ren. The only good thing I can say about the scariest things in this game, from the perspective of someone who doesn't like horror games, is that when they get you, like, they really get you. It's just sort of instant. They don't, like, belabor it. They don't try to make it, I think, extra scary. It's like if a Reaper Leviathan gets a hold of you, it's just kind of like, boom, blackness, and you wake back up on the escape pod. Also, a lot of the stuff in this game aren't really sneaky, you know what I mean? All of the, like, big, scary, chompy things make terrifying noises. And it never does the thing that some horror games do that I just hate, where you don't have control of the camera. So, like, you think there might be something scary behind you, but you can't turn around. Ugh, I hate that. It's like monsters hiding just out of camera frame in movies, Oh yeah, radiation suit. Well, I don't need that right this second. Because I'm very much not swimming toward the Aurora yet. Soon, I guess. I could do that. Okay, I have a lot more titanium. So now I can do important things like
Lubricant is essential in construction
make an
of
aquarium
vehicles and power plants.
Oh, that's right. I unlocked the Sea Glide. All I need is copper wire and a battery? Okay, well there's copper wire. Oh, and I still have copper. Okay, so all I need is... Yeah, all I need is acid mushrooms. guess we can scan it first. Sure. Range nettle. A 1, a 2. Okay, we're about to get a lot speedier. And there it is.
The Sea Glide
Cool.
will increase your effective exploration range. For your safety, please pack supplies for long journeys and stay within 5 kilometers of the nearest life pod or habitat.
Okay, mobile vehicle bay. Okay, that'll be fun, but I don't think we're there yet. Oh yeah, I need to release a beacon. It's not as important since I built the base within view of the escape pod, but yeah. Yeah, I guess I need to use it, huh?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
What was that? Oh, great.
Hull integrity restored. Draining systems initiated.
Okay, so I definitely need to make the wall stronger. Note to self. Yeah. My own base just attacked me. Very rude. Table coral sample. Okay. Okay. And poke. Well, guess I need to find some ways to further strengthen my base. I think I have bulkheads. That's one way. So I need silicone. Okay. Let's maybe go do that. Don't really want to be worrying about random water jets when I enter my base, which is supposed to be my cozy, comfy spot. What's more? Inventory full. Oh no. Okay, let's build some other stuff first then. Because I do not have storage. Yet. Yeah, they very much do look like mushrooms. I don't know, have you ever played with the hunger and thirst on? Maybe you can eat them. Boy, things are just determined to explode me today. Wow, I thought I got away. Silver. Aw. Yeah, that that's not fair. They kind of look delicious. Yeah, I was thinking beets too. I'm recently rediscovering beets. I especially love pickled beets. I was hoping to come over here and find one chunk of lead. Yeah, beets are great. Maybe that's something I could grow this year. I wanted to branch out a little bit in my gardening this year. I was thinking of doing Brussels sprouts. We're big into Brussels sprouts right now. I know these guys are like theoretically dangerous, but I find them so hilarious. Jump, 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 jump. They kind of remind me of Cookie Monster. What do I usually grow? Well, last year was kind of a slow year for me. I have some real yard now, so now I've planted a whole bunch of blackberries and raspberries and some fruiting trees. And then I've done like potatoes and garlic. Garlic especially, because I use a lot of garlic. But I want to do tomatoes this year. And I always have done a lot of herbs and spices and peppers. And I want to do more of that. I actually got a little greenhouse, so I'm kind of trying to... I don't know. I'm not trying to plan for maximum efficiency because these vegetables will be eaten by me mostly, so... But yeah, I'd like to do tomatoes this year. Beets would be a good one. And I'd like to do Brussels sprouts. I like to make salsa, but I don't tend to go at it with a lot of rhyme or reason. So I just grow a strange assortment of peppers. Because I find most peppers are just good sauteed with things. Wanted to look into shallots too. I'm on sort of a shallots kick. Tomatoes seem fun, yeah. Seems like there's a handful of ways they can go wrong, but I also mostly want to make them into sauce or soup, so I don't particularly care if they're ugly, you know? What am I doing? I need to go make storage is what I'm doing. Garlic, yeah. Yeah, garlic pet, yeah. Cherry tomato, yeah, that's a good thought. Have you ever grown Brussels sprouts, Ren? Yeah, fresh are better. Also, you know, I think I said this recently, so forgive me if I'm repeating myself, but the more you look into it, the more you find that the grocery store varietals are often bred for aesthetics, not taste. So there seems to be a world of difference in taste, too. Progress. Storage is kind of a vital project to solve in this game. Oh, they got away. Yeah, it seems like there's a window when, you know, they're actually Brussels sprouts before they grow beyond the eating time. Yeah. Well, maybe I'll try very humbly to do, you know, a handful of plants. I'm not a very experienced gardener at this point, so I feel like I can just kind of do some trial and error. And why not? Oh, broccoli's related? I didn't know that. I tend to eat a truly unusual amount of carrots, but for some reason the idea of carrots, I don't know, has never jumped out at me as a good option. I ate so many carrots when I was a kid, I started to turn orange. Really frightened my parents. Okay, so... Wow, that did not take up as much inventory spot as I hoped. Okay. Let's call this one electrical, and we'll put things like copper in there. Table coral. And then we will do the generic metals. Huh. From wild mustard. Cool. Yeah, I did not know that. So, the same as like mustard greens? Same plant? Yeah. Yeah, the carrots I've seen out of people's gardens are often hilarious. I mean, and potatoes seem to be very rewarding. Like the amount of yield you get from what seems like pretty minimal effort for potatoes is pretty cool. I just love cooking with fresh herbs and spices. Yeah, potatoes travel. I think potatoes are a good one for, container gardening in general. I have some big half barrels that are good for growing potatoes. Yeah, what am I doing? I have a fancy new glidey guy. Gotten in the habit of not having this thing. Now I have to remember to use it. Well, what's over here?
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Well, what can I say? I live on the edge.
Local scans show a nearby cave entrance, depth 90 meters, leading to an unknown environmental biome. "30 seconds.
But I just found a thing to scan. It's amazing how important that wrecked ship is as a navigational landmark in this game. Feels like they thought about that. Part of the sea moth? Ooh, it is. How close am I? 2/3. I really love the idea of having that little submarine. Because I think I can just travel all around with it. And then kind of just leave it down here and then go back to it for oxygen, I think. Oh, whoops. Wonder how terrifying the cave beneath me is. Ooh, nice friend. Okay. I'm going to quickly save the game. I guess I don't need to do that, right? Like, even if I die, I just wake up.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency
Just want to see what's down
decreased.
here. Whoa. Okay, you're down here. Okay, giant befanged worms, glowy mushrooms. Tell you what, I'm gonna come back later. Tell you what, giant mushrooms and worms. Let's put a pin in that. I'll be back when I have a submarine. Yeah, I see that. I mean, maybe those worms are friendly. The giant fangs suggest that maybe they're not, though. be judge. Okay. Oh, I see. There are different little modes I can click through. Have I already been here? Oh, I think this is the last part I need for the sea moth. Oh,
New blueprint.
hello,
acquired.
chompy friend. Okay, okay. So I have this sea moth blueprint, but now I need to build the vehicle bay. Very cool.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Huh, here's another spot I've never seen before. Somehow those plants look dangerous. Whoa!
30 seconds.
Run away. Did you guys see that thing?
Oxygen.
Okay, so I feel like I'm very much not supposed to go over there. Good to know. Yeah, there was like a purple octopus guy who sort of looked like part octopus, part vampire. Yeah, I turned around and swam away very quickly, Ren. I also think it had praying mantis forelimbs. Anyway, didn't seem like I was too far off the map. I was a little surprised to see that guy there. Okay, new thing to be afraid of. Gonna go back to the shallows, where everything is rainbow colored, and I think about Little Mermaid songs. Whatever was in that crater, Octopus Dracula can have it. Oh, okay. Alright. So I will probably explore there eventually. But maybe not yet. I think maybe I'll make the radiation suit. Speaking of unfriendly places I can go. Because I think I just got enough lead to do it. And there's my fiber. Yep. Lead and fiber. Oh, I need silicone too. The part where Scuttle sings. Which one's Scuttle? I have to admit, it's been a while since I've seen The Little Mermaid, but I don't remember that character name. Oh, right, yes. Okay, yes. No, he is great. Thanks, Ren. One of these days, I think, I don't know. I keep having the ambition to write for video games, but I don't really know how one does that. Fiber mesh times 2, okay. Okay, now I am radiation proof, I think. More or less. I thought I either gathered or unlocked the blueprint for the compass. So is that a thing I need to build? Did I dream that? Okay, well. Anywho. I keep looking over and only seeing part of the plan for Little Mermaid 1.5 you're cooking up, but
Welcome aboard,
I have
Captain.
faith that your version is going to be better than Disney's for sure. Okay. It's stronger. Wow. The observatory would be cool. Vending machine, totally unnecessary, but I want one. think I'm gonna build a swivel chair. Just because I want my character to be able to sit down. Maybe sit here and look out the window. Think about all the cool creatures that want to eat him out there. Look at my plants. Okay. My dog Atticus has been sadly staring at me for a while, so I think I better go take him for a walk. Also, we have accomplished a whole lot. We now have a house. With lockers and leafy walls and a cool tree. Thank you, Becky. Yep, I may wander back onto here tonight. We'll see what happens. Yeah, but my wonderful dog Atticus does not understand why I have been sitting here ignoring him, so I will be back. You guys have a good evening. Thank you for joining me. Let's see.